Hello student, I am Mrs. Harsha Zope from Praveen Patel Polytechnic, Bhayandar. Today we are going to study next part of our chapter 5. Learning outcomes of these videos are: after watching this video, you will be able to know about scheduling techniques, project tracking and software quality management versus software quality assurance. Let's start with a topic, that is scheduling techniques. Mainly there are two scheduling techniques, PERT, that is PERT, and CPM. PERT stands for Project Management and Review Techniques. This technique is used for projects where time needed to complete different activities are not known. And the next is your CPM. CPM stands for Critical Path Method. This technique is used in conjunction with PERT and is used for managing the well-defined activities of the project. PERT and CPM techniques is used for prediction of deliverables, planning resource requirement, controlling resource allocation, internal and external program review, and performance evaluation. Various framework activities in PERT or CPM are: to define the project, then to develop the relationship among the activities, draw the network diagram, assign time and cost to each activity, complete the critical path. Then we'll see what is the formula to calculate the PERT. The formula used in PERT to calculate number of working days is based on 3-point estimates. The 3-point estimates are optimistic, most likely and pessimistic estimates. Formula is PERT weightage average equals to optimistic time plus 4 into most likely time plus pessimistic time divided by 6. By using this formula, you can calculate the value of PERT. The next, we'll see the difference between PERT and CPM. PERT is a project management technique used to manage uncertain activities of project. CPM is a statistical technique of project management that manages well-defined activities. PERT is a technique of planning and control of time, and CPM is a method to control cost and time. In PERT, this particular technique is event-oriented and CPM is activity-oriented. PERT is non-repetitive in nature and CPM is repetitive in nature. The next, we'll see project tracking and timeline chart. Project schedule is the most important factor for software project manager. It is the duty of project manager to decide the project schedule and track the schedule. Tracking the schedule means determine the task and milestones in the project as it proceeds. There are some activities conducted during tracking of the project. First is conduct periodic meeting and then evaluate results of the project reviews. Then compare actual start date and scheduled start date of the project task. Determine if the milestone of the project is achieved on scheduled date. Then meet informally the software practitioner. Then assess the progress of the project quantitatively. The next we'll see timeline chart. It is also called as a Gantt chart. Gantt chart have been named after their developer Henry Gantt. They are mainly used to allocate resources to activities. The resources include staff, hardware and software. They are useful for resource planning. This is a particular diagram for Gantt chart. You can see in timeline chart, it is also called as a timeline chart or Gantt chart. All the tasks are listed at the leftmost column. The horizontal bars indicate the time required by the corresponding task. When the multiple horizontal bars occurs at the same time on the calendar, then that means concurrency can be applied for performing the task. Then the diamond, you can see in the figure, the screen, indicates the milestone. In most of the projects, after generation of timeline chart, the project tables are prepared. In project tables, all the tasks are listed along with actual start and end dates and related information. This particular diagram, that is timeline chart, this is a task. You can see this is a month, September, October, November, December, January, and the particular week is a sign, and how much week will take to complete this task. It is highlighted. You can see in this diagram, this particular task software development. It will start from 6 September and it will be ending on 14th November. Okay, in this way, the particular task is shown on a timeline chart. The next, earned value analysis. The earned value analysis takes into consideration the project context for planned and actual expenditure. This analysis is made to find out project scope, schedule, and resource characteristics. Various measures are determined during EVA, that is earned value analysis. The measures are planned value, that is PV. It denotes the planned cost of the work. Actual cost, that is AC, it represents the actual amount that the business has to expand on the project. Earned value, that is EA, it is project manager's estimate of the amount of originally budgeted work completed. And budget at completion, that is BAC, it represents total budget for the project. Then schedule variance, it indicates the status of the schedule. It represents whether work is ahead or behind the plan. The cost variance, that is the CV, it is the difference between earned value and actual cost. Like schedule performance index, that is the SPI, it is a measure of schedule efficiency on a project. Then cost performance index, that is the CPI, it is a measure of cost efficiency on the project. That's all about your earned analysis value. The next is software quality management versus software quality assurance. In this topic, we have to find out the definition of quality. According to the ISO, that is the International Organization for Standardization, it defines the quality as it is the totality of characteristics of an entity that bear on its ability to satisfy stated or implied needs. The project quality management is a process which ensures that the project will satisfy the needs for which it was undertaken. The main principle of project quality management is to ensure the project will meet or exceed stakeholders' needs and expectations. The project quality management is performed using following three key phases. First is the planning quality management, performing quality assurance, and controlling quality. The quality management is divided into three phases: planning quality management, quality assurance, and controlling quality. The next is the phases of software quality assurance. software quality assurance activities are. There are some SQA activities that are conducted by SQA group. First is create a SQA plan, then participates in description of software process, then review software engineering activities, and then authenticate designated software work products, ensure the deviations in software work document work products, then identify any non-compliance and reports to senior management. Next, software quality control. Quality control is a process in which activities are conducted in order to maintain quality of product. These activities are a series of inspections, reviews, and tests used throughout the software process. These activities ensure whether each work product is satisfying the requirements imposed on it. Then quality evaluation standards. In this, Six Sigma and ISO for software will be there. Six Sigma is widely used statistical software quality assurance strategy. The word Six Sigma is derived from Six Standard Deviation. There are three core steps in Six Sigma method: define, measure, analyze, improve, control. Define: the customer requirement, project's goal, and deliverables are defined by communicating with the customer. Measure: the existing process and its output is measured in order to determine current quality performance. Analyze: in this phase, defect metrics are analyzed in order to determine the few causes. Improve: by eliminating the roots causes of defects, the process can be improved. Then control: the process can be controlled in such a way that the causes of defects cannot be reintroduced. Then ISO for software. In order to bring quality in the product and service, many organizations are adopting the quality assurance system. The quality assurance system are the organizational structure that are used to bring quality in responsibility, procedure, process, and resource. ISO 9000 is a family of quality assurance system. It can be applied to all types of organizations. It doesn't matter what size they are or what they do. ISO 9000 is maintained by ISO, the International Organization for Standardization, and is administered by accreditation and certification bodies. There are some guidelines for ISO 9000. ISO is a quality assurance standard which is applied to software engineering system. On successful registration, the company gets a certification from accreditation bodies of ISO. Such a company is then called as ISO certified company. Thank you for watching this video.